What was the most interesting aspect of this competition for you?
The most interesting thing that I've learned was it was finding a person that I didn't really recognize and just finding out about someone completely new. Like, we know about Harriet Tubman, you know her so much, but we don't know so much about Irena Sendler. And just researching about her and looking through information was really fascinating because no one really knew about her.
Yeah. And you did a lot of research. Like you wrote in your artist statement that you fell in love with your unsung hero story with like reading and rereading a children's book about her years ago and selecting her for the competition. What was it about her story that stuck with you?
I think that she did it with the kindness of her own heart. Like, she didn't really think that it was a very extraordinary thing to do. She just thought it was something that she should have done, and it was not like something huge that everyone thinks it is. And like when she was still alive, she still thinks that she still had nightmares of like she should have she should have saved more children. But a lot of people were very amazed on how many children she saved already.
Yeah, yeah. And then there are a lot of symbolic elements in your artwork. How did you come up with your artistic interpretation for it?
Well, the main focus of mine was the tree because the book I read was Life in a Jar, and so, or no, Jars of Hope. I keep on getting them confused, but yeah, like just it was the tree. I knew I needed a tree in there because she hid them under a tree, and I knew I needed jars, but much more of a different way, like not painting them, but like putting them in a unique way that I don't think everyone has done before.
Yeah, it's like a nice little 3D component to it. Um, yeah, and you did so much work for it. You did like a whole process video and like a vlog about it. And you even spoke to a rabbi in Barack Obama's speechwriter, I believe, for Holocaust Remembrance Day. Why did you want to get the word out so much about your unsung hero? And can you tell us more about the effort that you put behind all of this?
Yeah. So a lot of the Jewish community, I like talked to the Jewish community. I know people who are Jewish, and a lot of them did not know Irina. Like they had no clue who she is, and I was like, these people have to know her and her amazing story, because it's what we need right now in the world, and just a little bit of hope to give to the world. And yeah.
Yeah, and just a little bit more on that with like needing that in the world right now. You mentioned that as well in your artist statement, like saying that you needed or the world needs her courage and her kindness. Can you expound more on that?
So like there's a lot of like hate, and it's just something that people need, and it's just saying like, oh, look what this person do. We could like this person that if they were still alive, they would kind of be disappointed in the world that they left. They would just be like a whole mess. But I think we're trying to, you know, like fix our problems. And if we just look at some of the other people of history and what they have done, it could inspire us to do greater things and fix our problems in the world.
Yeah, yeah. Has your unsung hero inspired you in any way, like influenced the way you view life in any capacity right now? And if so, how?
Yeah, so she didn't really expect to get an award for it or anything. And so what I kind of learned from her is to just do things from the kindness of my own heart and not expect something in return.
Mhm.
So like uh during this like whole social distancing with the school stuff, I have helped a lot of my friends like trying to do their work because they're like super stressed out, and I was pretty productive and I was able to finish all of my work. And so I just decided to lend a helping hand, and I didn't really expect anything in return. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's awesome. And then when did your interest in art spark? Like, this was a really well thought out piece. So I was just wondering, where did it come from? Like, was it from did you get influenced by your parents or any of the media you grew up with or anything like that?
You mean like the actual painting or like my whole general art
Just
journey?
general in art, like how you became interested in art.
So I didn't really start getting really interested in art until 5th grade, because that's when my teachers were like actually like, pushing me and being like, oh, like you're a really great artist. You should like expand it more and go different varieties with it. But my love for art started at a very, very young age, and I would draw every single day. Like I didn't really have art supplies, and my dad had highlighters, and so I would just use his highlighters to draw.
Yeah,
And
gotta make do with what you have. And do you have any interest in pursuing art in the future?
no, not really. I've had for a very long time, but now I'm just kind of like, I have other interests, and maybe that could just be a side hobby instead of like a thing that I should do all the time.
Got it. What are you thinking of doing in the future as a main thing?
It's kind of undecided right now. I have a lot of things for a long time, I wanted to work for NASA, and I wanted to be a trauma surgeon, so it's all over the place, so I'm not really sure yet.
Cool. So like science and like math and STEM and all that. Cool. Um, and right for the stuff that you're doing on the side with art, do you have any goals with your artwork, or are there any messages you want to send out?
Yeah, so ever since I did that painting, I really want to start painting again, and not just like create paintings and just landscapes that just are landscapes. I want like paintings that actually represent someone or something that happened in history or happening right now. And so I just want to expand that and put it through social media, and someone will see it.
That's really cool. Thanks for taking the time today to speak with me.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.